Welcome to the SETC questionnaire. I'm going to make it easy for you to qualify in as many ways as possible. On this page, we'll be asking you a few simple questions about how you filed your tax returns in 2020 and 2021. There are two different questionnaires for people who filed as single and for those who are married filing jointly, so please select appropriately. Our questions will be divided into three sections, which will help us determine your SETC refund. First, if you were directly affected by COVID. Second, if you had to care for someone else, like a neighbor, friend, or family member due to COVID. And third, if you had to care for your child due to COVID, or them being home for virtual remote schooling. Many of you will have taken more days than the maximum allowed. It'll be important for you to understand all the ways each missed day is qualified. Keep in mind no COVID test is required. And we have all the government orders to support your claim by state, city, and county. This will include missing work because your child's school was closed or moved to remote or virtual learning due to COVID. If your child was sick, symptomatic, awaiting diagnostic test results, or experiencing the side effects of the vaccine. You may have also missed work because you had to take your child to their vaccine appointments or doctor's appointments. Also, if your child was quarantining due to isolation orders, or if they were exposed to someone with COVID and had to quarantine. If you have two or more children, days that coincide will count as one of the days you missed due to personal care or caring for someone else. Includes if you had to quarantine or isolate due to government orders, were sick with COVID or were symptomatic, took time off for COVID vaccination appointments, experienced side effects from COVID vaccines, or had to take care of someone such as a neighbor, friend, or relative who was sick, symptomatic, or quarantining, or took them to their vaccine appointments. Again, no COVID test required. You are allowed to allocate up to 110 days for taking care of your child and up to 20 days for personal care and taking care of someone else. Remember, 2 half days can count as 1 day. Each day of work missed due to COVID-related circumstances will increase your SETC amount, so be sure to account for it all. We want you to be confident in your days selected when you file with us because we have the support required to justify your claim, even if you choose the maximum dates. We just need to hear it from you first on how many days you had to take off. And with that, happy qualifying.